Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, Coach Rob arranged for us to check out a tennis court supply store. What do you guys think of that? Stay tuned. All right, good morning to everybody out there. Morning coffee roast of the day sponsor is Ken Barrett. Ken writes, really enjoy the no-nonsense nature of your video content. They have been super helpful to me as I get back into the game. Oh, thank you, Ken, and thank you for sharing your comment. I truly appreciate you appreciating me. All right, so coffee roast of the day. Thank you. Nice and hot. All right, guys, so if you want to be my coffee sponsor of the day, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. Thank you, everybody, for keeping it rolling. All right, guys, so Coach Rob arranged for a field trip for us today. We're going to go down to a tennis court supply store. So where do you guys get your scorecards from? Or windscreens? Or nets? We're going to go check it out right now. We'll see you there. All right, guys, so Coach Rob is here. We're at L&M. What are we about to see?
We're about to see where you get all your tennis supplies in terms of court equipment. So your windscreens, squeegees, scorecards, the material, the Blakehole or the Nova that goes down to make the surface that you play on.
Wow. Paint.
Paint. We're getting to see paint.
Okay.
Yeah.
So L&M Distribution, San Rafael. Show us the way.
All right, let's go. Right.
So Christian, how long have you been in business?
We've been in business back in 1980.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the establishment was back then.
Wow.
From Larry and Mark.
Okay. Is that the folks you purchased it from, or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. I've been with them since 1920.
1920? You're like 100
Sorry.
years old?
2000 is when I started.
Got it.
Here
Got it.
at L&M.
Cool.
And since then, it's been, it's a blessing. It's just been growing since then, too.
Nice. Well, tennis is growing, so hopefully.
Of course, tennis is growing and other sports, too. Pickleball. Not everybody likes
true.
it, but, it's one of those things that...
It's growing on me, too.
Yeah. For sure.
Fastest growing sport in America.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, it's a good thing for older people.
Got it. For sure.
That obviously they allow people to grow, still play, and
be active. I get it.
Yeah.
We gotta, do something other than shuffleboard, as I say.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Then, we have this pretty much as a display,
Mm-hmm.
but we have our office and our warehouse, and we can kind of go over a few things.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, you got windscreens here. This is a windscreen.
Then, for our business part of it has a lot of components that this business provides for a lot of contractors or privates, homeowners or things of that nature. Then windscreen would be part of the business that we do for L&M. Score posts, tennis nets.
What is this right here?
That would be for your roller. That protects your roller. That way the sun doesn't actually. Yeah. Then you got sponge rollers, PVA rollers, Miracle Dry rollers.
So when your court's wet, you roll.
Yeah, I mean accessories for your tennis courts.
So that's a quart washer.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. That would be. It has 9-jet water broom with our 3/4 inch blue hose that we have. Then 60 pounds of pressure is what it requires for it to work properly. You can put a booster, water booster, if need to, depending on the power of your PSI of your water. But that we manufacture for L&M.
Oh, cool.
Then a lot of facilities don't have water.
Mm-hmm.
Then Igloo is one of the options that they can get. That way they can have their water.
Definitely. I know I've seen the maintenance guys fill those things up.
Yeah, a lot of at least a lot of the clubs that I've seen have igloos because they don't have water source.
Right.
Benches, teaching cards,
Oh.
Either aluminum benches or plastic benches. They're sturdy. They're replaceable on slats. They do get brittle after years and years. We have at least 3 kinds of nets. We can go with a 40 LS with a canvas headband with a double stitching on the top. Or we have a 30 LS with a vinyl headband.
This is thicker.
Thicker. It's a 3.5 braided
Okay.
with a canvas, or they can go with a 30 LS vinyl and 3.5 braided. And then we have what we call it a collegiate net. It's a 3.0 braided with a vinyl headband.
Oh, cool. Let's talk about these scorecards here.
Sure.
Do you make these here?
We don't make them here. That's from where our manufacturer. We get them from our manufacturer. Once again, from India or Taiwan.
Got it.
This other one is the new development of what a score post would be.
Okay. Interesting.
We do have the other one that has the balls.
Yes.
From Gamma.
Right.
Then not a lot of people like them just because they become a little brittle after time.
Oh.
Then this would be the new addition because you can actually don't have to have a ball. You can use that source and it holds up to the weather.
I see.
Somewhere around here, it's Marin Tennis.
Okay.
We definitely sold some of those. They went from Gamma stuff to this particular unit.
Interesting.
As you probably know, there's a shortage.
Shortage of everything.
Everything. Then L&M tries to keep up with demand.
I know we're all trying to keep up with demand right now.
Yeah. This particular model has been discontinued.
Really?
Yeah, just because they become brittle after time.
Yeah.
Then we used to sell a lot of replacements, and we're trying to, people to move on with something better that's going to last.
Yeah,
for their money.
I've seen these like with a half cut, and
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
We have these, and I've replaced this part so many times. I think Christian got tired of selling them to me.
No, not at all, not at all. It's just one of those things that I kind of see that it's just
one ball,
ball,
and you're done.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done it.
I like the idea because it came with a pen, an eraser pen, so you could put, who you were playing and whatnot underneath. And,
correct.
But,
correct. Yeah. No, it's just one of those things that you want to, increase the value of the product, and that way people feel like they are getting what they're paying for.
Right.
After time, like anything, it has to be replaced, like nets or accessories.
Exactly.
But we basically want to maintain it flowing for sure.
Now, what are these pictures here?
Then Mark Steven created a little layout of what we have. Then we do sell acrylics. Part of our business, or majority of our business, is we supply to contractors that courts that they're building from ground up or resurfacing their courts. Then we do Nova Sports acrylics and Lakel APT, and that's basically why we supply contractors. Either contractors or basically homeowners.
So it's the paint.
It's the paint that goes down on the tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts, any sporting facility.
So there's special paint, obviously, that goes on a tennis court.
That's correct. That's correct. Depending on what they have, if it's a concrete court, it requires a little bit more process. If it's an asphalt court, basically it's after they have a certain amount of days down, they'll put a coat of acrylic resurfacer and then your paint and whatnot. Yeah.
Can you determine if you, like, let's say, I want a slower court. Is there a slower paint? I want a faster court. Is there a faster paint?
For the most part, our acrylics, there's two ways of getting our product. Either Novacoat without the actual sand. You can actually add your own sand. A lot of contractors that like that method. That allows them to put more sand to make it a lot, it's not
slower.
Slower. And then, or basically it comes prefabricated with the sand for medium to fast.
So you can control it.
Yeah, definitely can control it. It's just a matter of who wants to do it and if they're willing to get their sand, because the sand that we actually have here comes from Oklahoma, and it's a round silica sand.
Okay.
Then it's a special sand, not somewhere that you can actually get it.
Oklahoma sands.
Yeah. Then that's pretty much what acrylic is, and then you can modify things, and it comes in different colors too.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
As we were saying about keeping up with production, right, and manufacture, I mean, this is pretty much empty for us right now. Then a lot of the containers have been backed up.
Yeah.
Then we get a container in, we have it palletized, and whatever they need is what we're gonna ship out. Then we put them in pallets. If we're shipping it to either Bay Area or Hawaii or wherever it needs to be, we'll palletize, shrink wrap them, and ship them that same day.
Wow.
And,
so what are in these drums?
Those drums, depending on what they...
Oh, it's acrylic.
Yeah, whatever they need. I mean, either a base coat that they're going to start fresh from a court.
Mm-hmm.
Then either if it's a brand new asphalt, they'll have to do a few procedures between acrylic resurfacer, kind of like a butter coat through the whole entire thing. And then after that, you start doing your paints. If there's no repairs that need to be done prior to doing your paint, it's acrylic resurfacer, paint, and your striping, and that's it.
So I think people don't understand that most courts don't get stripped down. They just get layer on top over top. So eventually your court gets taller and taller.
Correct.
So the fence isn't shrinking or going into the ground. Your court's just getting higher.
Correct.
So
Correct. After time and time, I mean, it's not, you won't see that thickness after layer. But yeah, if in fact there's repairs to be done, then it starts increasing. And, as asphalt is oil based, then it becomes brittle after time.
Right.
Then we're talking about maybe 25, 30, depending on the asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
And to rejuvenate that asphalt, if need to, there's other products that we can actually offer to kind of bring it up.
Right.
Then it's a procedure that has to be done before you. If there's cracks, they need to repair them.
Right.
If obviously you have low spots, we need to repair those before you actually put your colors down.
Right.
But yeah, resurfacing would be something that a lot of clubs do.
Right.
After 4 or 5 years, they decide to, wear and tear and the sun and all that. And it all depends on the maintenance that needs to be done. Then if there's no maintenance at all, it could, lose that vibrant color.
Exactly.
Because what you're doing is basically you're seeing on the court, and your shoe becomes a sandpaper.
Oh,
basically roughing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Then those are the colors from Nova, and those basically are vibrant colors. The Nova product has higher pigments.
So you can choose the color of your court.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. Then for this year we had sponsored Lakeland as the U.S. Open. Then those are the colors, or some of the colors that we have.
Wow.
And we pretty much keep a good amount of inventory on every single color.
That's great. Oh my gosh, I did not know there was so much to choose from.
Yeah. It's always what color would I do on my court? But typically it was your green and reds back in the days.
Right.
And now they're doing blue
and
green.
I see a lot more of that green.
Yeah.
Yep. I even see purple now.
Yeah. It's a beautiful color for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can even do yellow.
Yellow.
I don't know if you can see the ball, but
I mean the yellow, they do a lot of the lines for pickleball.
Oh, okay.
Or green or blue, light blue.
Got it.
If in fact they're having a pickleball on their tennis court, you want to stripe them, obviously you got some options to go for.
Okay.
That's your standard colors.
Here's the purple.
On Lakeland. Basically every single color that you see here is what we would have.
A little more on the darker side there.
Then this is your vibrant colors.
Yeah.
And this is your standard colors.
Got it.
Then
cool.
That's basically what we have in the warehouse.
All right, so what is the number one seller that you have here?
For color?
For not for court-wise, like your normal person like Coach Rob. What does he usually come in here for?
Then he would come and get a replacement net, if in fact that needs to be done. Center straps, scoreboards, baskets, trays, pretty much accessories that he would get.
He's just named everything I've gotten in the last 6 months.
Then basically that's what he would come, or we get a lot of calls from clubs that they need to have so many baskets replaced, so many benches to be replaced. Then basically we get the order. If it's around 2-ish, we can still ship it out either by UPS or freight company.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what all these other boxes here.
Correct.
Behind us.
Yeah. Then what you see up there is basically nets, teaching carts, portable pickleball units, either with wheels or without the wheels, net posts.
Got it.
Pickleball posts. Then pretty much a variety. Single sticks.
Oh, that's right, single sticks.
Yes.
Forget about that.
Yes. Then for tournaments, for sure. Then pretty much that section, and we have them in sections. Pretty much all our acrylics, sand.
Looks like a bag of sand right there.
Exactly. Then, the other portion of the business is we sell the windscreens. Those are vinyl.
Oh, okay.
And some universities like that vinyl look because not only you can actually put a logo.
Oh.
Is polyester and vinyl we can put logos on. Any other stuff, polypropylene, polyester, have a variety of colors. Then it all depends on what their needs are. In regards to the windscreens, we have a closed mesh or an open mesh product. Then depending on the blockage that you're trying to accomplish, and if in fact you're looking to get wind vents, if they're super windy, you probably want wind vents. That means either they can do a half moon vent or they can do a reinforced vent that allows the wind to go through and not take your fence down. Then those are a few factors that you have to consider. We do go out into any facility or club and we do consultations at that moment to see if in fact it's all worth what materials is what you're looking to get. Then and then give them some options. If in fact you're looking to get some logos done, we can definitely do those, but it has to be on a particular materials that they can bond to.
Got it. So if you need a high school team, college team, logoed windscreen, Christian's your man.
Yeah, that's correct.
So yeah, the one thing that most people come to me for that I don't have is nets, scorecards, center straps. So Christian gets that business.
Yeah, and thank you.
Are you open on weekends?
We are not open.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Then for the most part, if they do call in after hours, if they are trying to get something, either we'll schedule something that way they can pick it up.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, Christian. Thank you so much for showing us around.
Thank you so much.
It.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
So Christian's L&M Distribution, San Rafael, California. I'll put a link below. Okay. I want to thank Coach Rob for setting it up.
Sure.
As always.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah. All right. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.